Welcome back to Real Talk. I'm your host, Nathan. I'm joined by the man himself, Matthew Neves, to my left. And today we have a very special guest. Everybody, welcome Jermaine Agius in the building.
Thank you. I don't know about very special, but I appreciate that. Thank you.
Very
Guys.
special,
Appreciate
dude.
it.
We're super happy to have you on. Been wanting to have you on for a while.
Yes.
And I think no better time than after the Oscars.
Yeah.
There's a lot to talk about right
A-
now in film.
A lot to talk about. Award season is awesome. I just love to see everybody getting the shine. Just I don't know. One of the reasons, and we'll get into it obviously, but one of the reasons I love film is just like the amount that goes into each of these movies, beyond the actors, beyond the directors, all the other things in the background, and just to see these people get recognition, right? Whether it's the actors, the directors, the editors, and this year is going to be crazy, guys. Like there's so much.
It's a very exciting year. in
There's
film,
so
I
much
agree.
going on this year. So can't wait to get into it.
I agree. But before we start, Jermaine, tell people a little bit about yourself, what you do, and
Yeah. Well, for the past year or so, I've kind of got on social media, primarily Instagram and TikTok, trying to navigate this content creation landscape, I guess. It started off talking about sports movies and comics. When I started making content, I had no idea what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
And those were kind of the three main areas that I spent most of my time on. So started with those things. And then over the past few months, kind of went down to just sports and movies. So in terms of movie podcasts, I do as many movie reviews that I can. Haven't got into like long form reviews yet, but that's something I definitely want to explore this year. We'll see what happens. Talk as much movie news that I can, but mostly just reviews. And then the sports stuff, I'm with Fan First Network as well. We cover pretty much every single team in Toronto. So we do post games for Leafs, Raptors, Blue Jays, Argos, TFC, Canada Soccer, obviously World Cup coming up. So our primary thing is fan reactions. We talk to fans after the games, get their raw takes, right? Unfiltered, whatever they want to say. We captured all the highs and lows. There's enough like kind of professional media in Toronto. So we capture everything that the fans want to say, whether it's good, bad, whatever it is, right? So we're doing pretty well. Really excited.
you guys are crushing, dude. Like,
Appreciate it.
during that
Yeah.
Jays run, you couldn't open
Yeah,
Instagram
oh,
without seeing
it was
Fan
awesome.
First, man. It was so much fun.
That energy.
Yeah,
is like
it's- like we covered. I was on the Jays team, and starting the season in late March
Yeah.
to get all the way to the World Series. And again, like the highs and lows. Obviously, we're not part of the team, but you feel like
No,
you're
you
part of
feel
the
it,
team,
dude. It
right?
was- you do. Yeah.
Just like the players coming in and out, and got to with Fan First, we got to go to LA for a few
Yeah, that's
games.
crazy.
Went to game 5 in LA, and that was amazing. Thankfully, we won that game.
Yeah.
And just all the playoff games here, man. Like it was just an unbelievable experience.
Yeah, what a time.
Don't want to recap game 7.
No.
We don't have to talk about that one.
Yeah, but
Still
like,
recovering,
the
but-
season,
Yeah.
We're trying to get back there. And
That's
the season
right.
is starting this week, so I'm excited. And then, just sports-wise, World Cup is in Toronto.
Yeah.
This is going to
Oh my
be
God.
unreal.
It's gonna be a
for
crazy
sports
summer,
in the
dude.
city.
Film
Yeah.
releases,
Yeah.
World Cup. Like it's
Yeah.
really, really excited about this summer. I
Oh,
think
yeah,
it's
it's gonna be huge.
gonna be a summer to remember.
Yeah.
I think Toronto's going to have an energy that they've never had
Yeah,
in a long time.
I agree.
Well, I mean, 10 years from like 2016, 2016 was like everyone
Yeah.
talks about the glory days
It's the
of life and like
the 10-year
Toronto
anniversary,
especially,
bro. We're running it back this year.
Yeah, we got to run it
Jeez.
back. Man. We got to run it back for sure. It feels like it's going to be a movie for sure.
Yeah.
Especially like the blockbusters that are coming out this year, and
Mhm.
a lot of projects too from like some first time directors and a bit more niche directors. I'm really excited to watch. I'm excited. I'm excited.
And when did you like the film stuff? When did you learn you kind of had a passion for film? And do you remember the movies that gave you that passion that to look further than just watching a movie?
Yeah, that's a really good question. Like, I am by no means like I don't consider myself a film aficionado. Like, I watch just as much that I can, and I love talking about it. Like
Mhm.
just going back a few years, I would say it what I really started to kind of take it seriously, so to say for myself and just trying to learn as much as I can. I would say kind of during COVID, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
During COVID and then coming like that year coming out of COVID when things start to kind of get back to normal.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I spent a lot of time going to movies by myself, I think at
Mm.
first. And I don't know, like the theater kind of became like a place to escape all the madness,
Mhm.
that was going on with the pandemic, that's going on in the world in terms of like politics and whatever, all the madness, even at work,
Right.
the craziness of
Yeah.
work.
Mhm.
Um, it just became a place where I had peace,
Mhm.
and the lights go off, phone goes off, and it's just you and the screen and wherever you're taken to, like whether it's Mustafar is Star Wars,
Yeah.
some made up galaxy, or it's you're taken to a place that's familiar, like a family drama that reminds you of your own life. I don't know. It just fell in love with it's just me and the screen and what's going on. Nothing else matters.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I tried to, go to as many different types of theaters that I could in the city, watch as many different types of movies that I could, whether it's like, foreign films at TIFF that aren't at Cineplex,
Yeah.
going to like Imagine Cinemas, finding, movies from 40, 50 years ago that I'd never seen. Like
Yeah.
I watched
Mhm.
Seven Samurai
Oh,
last year for the first
yes.
time. I'm like, just mind boggling that something like that could be made. Was it like
At the
50
time that it was
somethings?
Yeah,
made,
yeah.
And,
yeah.
Around the 50s.
so yeah, I think that's kind of where I just started to really fall in love with movies. And I would like, come into my work where I used to work downtown. And like anytime I'd watch a movie the next day, I would just drive everybody crazy
Talking
talking
about
about
it.
movies. Anybody I could find is like, you got to watch this, you got to watch this.
Mhm.
And I just wanted to share my love of these movies and like why I love them with other people. It
Mhm.
was just a genuine thing for me. And I'm like, why not put my phone in front of my face and talk a little bit about it online? So that's kind of how it really started, I think.
Mhm.
That's it. I
Yeah.
like I love what you said about the theater and how, just that experience of like being unplugged and going somewhere. I think, less and less, even we still have hobbies and we still do things for fun, but
Mhm.
it's never fully disconnected.
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
never like phone is off for the next two
Mhm.
Yeah.
hours, no matter what.
Yeah.
And going to the movies is one of those few things that still gives you that,
Mhm.
Yeah.
you know?
I feel like for me, theaters ever since like turn off my phone, all that, because when you watch something at home, there's something about it. If the movie's not that good,
Yeah.
Bro, you're gonna check your
Oh,
phone.
100%.
I'm guilty of
100%.
it
right?
Yeah.
too. Like,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
100%.
all are, right?
Mhm.
It's natural, right? We're addicted to these things in our pocket.
Yeah.
And like, we could have a whole other podcast talking about like technology and
Yeah.
social media, it's good or bad.
Yeah.
But it leads to a lot of harm, what we see on our phones.
Mhm.
And it's just good to have a place. It's like I think it's the only place where I can go and have peace,
Yeah.
and then worry about all the other stuff after the credits. So,
Mhm.
yeah, that's just and also a big part of it too. Why I also wanted to go out and watch as many movies as I could in the theaters. Um, the theaters are dying, right? Like I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
that's an important thing. You see all these actors talking about it now. Like go to the theaters, support film in theaters, how important that is. Theaters are dying in terms of like a bunch of them closing, whether they're
Mhm.
cineplexes or
Yeah.
independent movies. So kind of wanted to do my part, so to say, and
Mhm.
and, and actually go and support these movies and like the directors and the theaters themselves. So try to go to as many like independent theaters that I can as
Yeah.
well in the
Yeah.
city and support
I
them.
feel
So
the same way. I think now
Mhm.
more important than ever, it's like we gotta show up. We
yeah,
gotta show up for the one and the ones we like, we gotta
yeah,
really champion, right?
yeah,
I think
100%.
it's a really important thing to like I don't know, everybody complains about the state of film and this and that.
Yeah,
But all we can complain, but all we can really do is really support and
Yeah.
champion movies we really like.
yeah,
So I make it a point now, if I really love a movie, I'm gonna go see it one more time at
100%.
least, just to like
It's
really vote with my wallet and
Yeah,
tell studios like I want more of
money
this.
talks, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. I think it's a both party situation where it's like people complain about it is, but also like if the only film you're seeing is like the Mario film this year, it's like, well, you're only supporting the big people,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
And same goes for these corporations where these people just don't know how to market themselves.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can tell because it's just like I can name a Chris Hemsworth film, Crime 101, for example.
Yeah.
I saw one trailer of that.
Yeah.
Budget of that film was 90 million. How
Yeah.
am I only seeing one trailer?
Yeah, most people don't know that film exists.
Exactly. Like that's surprising.
I mean, not a bad thing. Not a bad thing.
Right.
No, I know.
Didn't love it.
In
didn't
terms of
love it, but
quality,
yeah,
I
yeah.
get that, but
Yeah.
still,
Yeah.
with the recognition.
Yeah, no, of course. And
Yeah.
I don't know, like it's obviously not everybody is in a situation where they can go to the movies, right?
Right.
Like, if you're a student that's you're working a part-time job, you don't have the extra money
Mhm.
to go spend $20 on a movie ticket. Yeah, like I'm gonna look to stream.
Yeah.
So if you're a family of 4 or 5, like it's not possible for a lot of people. So like I understand that as well.
Me too. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm not in any of those situations right now. So I'm gonna go and watch,
No, of
Dune
course.
5 times. You
Yeah.
know? So
Yeah.
I'll make up for the other people that can't go
Yeah, yeah.
and spend the money in the theater. So
Exactly.
Mhm.
We want to talk about Oscars, so I want to
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about
let's get
film
into it.
last year
Yeah.
because I think last year on paper, I remember it not looking too exciting.
Mm.
There was some big films. Okay, we knew PTA was coming back, but it ended up being a great year in film. I
Yep.
think we talk about that a lot on the pod of how
Mhm.
last year had a lot of great movies.
Mm.
What are movies that you really loved last year?
Yeah, I mean, the Oscars were obviously the Sinners in One Battle show, right? And I
Uh-huh.
think
Oh yeah.
rightly so. Warner Brothers they did good last year.
Oh yeah.
Sinners, I didn't think it was gonna win Best Picture. I hoped it was.
Yeah.
But when I saw Sinners, like back in early April, I think that remained my favorite movie of the year throughout the whole
Mhm.
year.
Mhm.
And it's funny, like I don't know your guys' experience watching both, because I think we talked about One Battle after
We
we both
did.
watched it, and I didn't love it
Yeah.
at first.
I think it was right after it came out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Right.
for me, it's weird. For both Sinners and One Battle, I didn't love them my first watch.
Uh-huh.
After the second watches for both, I love them so much more. One Battle, I appreciated a lot more second watch.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sinners, I really like the first watch. After the second, though, like you pick up on certain things that you didn't clue into the first time. But just in terms of like again, like the movies I like the most, Sinners, obviously. I loved that it got as many as awards that it did.
Yeah.
One Battle, obviously. Um, Other than that, Train Dreams I really liked. I really wanted to see it win for cinematography at the Oscars,
Yeah.
but it was tough. There wasn't too much people talking about it.
Yeah.
I thought
Mhm.
that was really cool. Um, what else, man? There's so much I'm blanking on right now, guys.
Well,
I'm
I'm
gla-
thinking of Marty Supreme.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Got
Marty
no
Supreme,
wins
yeah.
at all. for
9
the Oscars.
nominations,
Yeah, yeah.
no
Mhm.
wins. I think that's interesting. What did you think of Marty
So-
Supreme like out of theater?
Marty Supreme loved it. Timmy, man, I don't know how he lost lead actor, guys. I really don't know. I
There
thought
was
it
a moment
his.
where he had it, right? It all felt like
Yeah.
he
Seemed
had
like
it.
it. Yeah, yeah. We even
Um,
talked. Yeah.
Yeah, all that stuff that came up after the whole opera stuff. Like, I think that
Mhm.
was all after the voting was done, anyways.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it was weird. Like, I had a feeling kind of when he was going through all that promo and all the marketing, which I thought was brilliant. Like, I
Mhm.
don't think we've seen marketing for a movie like that ever.
No.
Like, the guy was like in character all the time. And I just had this feeling, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like they weren't gonna give him the award because of like out of spite somehow. Because like this guy was like, being such an asshole all
Mhm.
the time in this promo, which is obviously intentional.
Yeah.
But it kind of just felt like, yo, you're doing too much.
You think it
I don't know.
It rubbed these
Maybe.
like
I think so.
traditionalists the wrong way.
I think
maybe.
he was
I
so
think
good in
so.
it that he just came off like genuinely obnoxious to a lot of people.
Yeah, I thought what he did was absolutely brilliant. I
Yeah.
thought he
Yeah.
was forward thinking. I think when he accepted that last award and was like, I want to be one of the greats. It felt like he was setting up. We didn't even know really what Marty Supreme was going to be yet,
Yeah.
Mhm.
but he was setting up his mindset going into that movie, and you could see where he was. And then, dude, he really said like he gave a sports mentality. And me and you come from sports. We
Yeah.
watch sports a ton, so like I think we could really appreciate what he did of taking that like sports mindset of like, I'm the franchise player. I'm gonna champion this movie. I'm gonna make sure people know about Marty Supreme Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And not everybody could do that,
No.
bro.
No.
not there's lots of actors that are great actors. We've criticized Chalamet in the past.
Oh yeah.
Some of the performances, I don't really get some of
Really?
the craze.
Yeah.
I didn't love the projects he was picking.
Not really,
Hopefully you're not talking about Dune. Hopefully you're not talking about any of the
No, I'm
movies.
more
All right.
leaning Wonka.
We're gonna, like,
those
yeah,
types
you
of
know,
movies. Yeah.
I just didn't really get it with
Yeah.
Timmy. And Marty Supreme was sort of the first time that I really understood the path that this guy's on. And not only the path, but I saw the growth.
Mhm.
Like, you couldn't act this good 5 years ago. I
Mm.
just know you couldn't play this role 5 years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
So I really saw the growth, and I was really rooting for him.
Mm.
After I saw it, I'm
Mhm.
like, you're going so hard for this. Like, I don't see anybody else going this hard. I think you deserve it. Yeah, the ballet smear campaign, dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It grosses me out. It's like, it makes me not care about the Oscars. And we talk about this every year. Like, less and less I put stock into who wins what. I think
Mhm.
film is always going to be subjective. It's not, the MVP at the end of a season. It is different.
Yeah.
And I think the Oscars is just so political.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah.
campaigning outside of the filmmaking. And if the filmmaking doesn't come first, then what are we doing here,
100%. Yeah.
Mhm.
I agree.
Well, I mean, that's always been an issue for the Oscars is that they look at the popularity contest and whatnot. I feel like the Oscars are looking at Timothy right now and being like, you're going to be the next DiCaprio, where
Yeah.
we'll nominate you like 10, 12 times, and then we'll give it to
Yeah.
you when you're in your 40s.
Yeah. Yeah.
Regardless,
Like, so happy that Michael B. Jordan won it. Like,
Oh, yeah.
extremely happy that he won it. And, but I don't know, like, you guys, you tell me, I think I watched Sinner 3 times in theaters.
Yeah.
When each time I watch Sinners, like, there's obviously so much going on in that movie, in terms of it being this, obviously this African American story and
Mhm.
the influence of African Americans have had on music
Mhm.
through generations.
Beautifully done. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's religious things in there, but never once did I come out of that movie being like, "Damn, Michael B. Jordan was amazing in that." Like, he was
Mm.
never something that, like, his performance wasn't something that I was left in awe of after
Mm.
those movies. But I don't think it's more so like because of his performance. It was just all the other things that are happening in this beautiful movie.
Mhm.
Whereas, like, for Marty Supreme,
Yeah.
and where I like, Timmy was my pick, that movie was all him. Like,
Yes.
Timmy
Mhm.
was Marty Supreme,
Right.
both in that movie and again in the build up to it and all the promo. Like, he embodied that character through and through. I think he, showed a range of emotions. He was a character that thought you were gonna root for, but then like just like despised so many
Yeah.
times. And I
Mhm.
think that's not easy. That's not easy to
No, yeah.
to get that to
portray,
the
yeah.
audience, And then like that the ending, the magnum opus with him and his baby was
Yeah.
just beautiful, right? The
Yeah.
icing on the cake. So that's why I thought, Timmy was my pick to win it.
Mhm.
Because again, like watching Sinners, it was never Michael B was never the guy that, I thought of like, wow, he was so good in this movie. It was just so much other stuff happening.
Sinners was an
So-
ensemble. You make a great
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, that's true.
Sinners felt like what an ensemble
Yeah.
cast here. There's
Mhm.
so many people that were memorable in Sinners, and Marty Supreme was Timmy.
It was
led.
him.
It's more focused
That
on
that being said, if you really want to break down what Michael B. Jordan did, it's
Mm.
incredibly impressive.
100%.
Mhm.
He played 2 characters, arguably 3, because
easy.
one of them was possessed.
Yeah.
Vampire. mode,
Vampire,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then that has a whole different personality and traits to it. So that is a difficult thing to do, and he fit into that ensemble
Mhm.
perfectly. Like, I can't see anybody else in those roles.
Yeah.
But Timmy with Marty Supreme, it was like, this movie could be bad with somebody else
Mm.
here.
Yeah.
Somebody less believable.
Well, I feel like Timmy's character was more layered in Marty Supreme compared to Sinners. But to me, when I watch Sinners, that shot of Michael B. Jordan with the machine gun shooting and stuff,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, like it's so fucking rare to say you're a movie star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that
yeah,
just gave me like 80s Tom Cruise. Like we don't get those guys anymore.
Mhm.
And then when I saw that, I'm like, yeah. Personally, I feel like Michael B. winning that Oscar, I was like, he didn't get anything for Fruitvale Station, man. And to
Yeah.
me, that performance is so powerful. And it's just like all the performances that he's been given like that, come to this.
Yeah.
That's what I kind of look at. I don't think it's like his best performance, but I think it's the one where it's like leading to even better
Mm.
performances.
It was refreshing to see him in a role that felt more grounded, so to
Mhm.
say, I think, because obviously, we look at the Creed franchise, he's playing this again, like this huge Hollywood
Yeah, it's
blockbuster type
Yeah.
it's attached
character.
to IPs.
Right, yeah,
Exactly.
come from, the Black Panther movies, again, like, he's playing a superhero. Pretty
Mhm.
much like all those movies, it's him being
Yeah,
exactly.
a superhuman, right?
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is something that is more he's so grounded, and I can't remember which one it was, Smoke or Stack,
Mhm.
the one in blue, when
Mhm.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
with, uh, his wife, and, when they're in mourning for their lost child.
Yeah.
I think I look at that scene as him being the strongest in that film. Well, so that I look back to him like, yeah, I know he was amazing. He was amazing.
Mhm.
So again, I'm just happy that Sinners won, the awards that it did. I would have
Mhm.
loved them for them to win everything,
Yeah.
because again, it's just you can feel the emotion and the heart and the soul of this movie. Another thing you asked about, like movies from last year, completely forgot Sentimental Value.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
Into amazing. What a year for the foreign films
Yeah.
Mhm.
that were nominated. So many good ones. Really
Mhm.
love Sentimental Value.
Yeah, a lot of
And
recognitions.
yeah, the Secret Agent,
Secret Agent, I've
Yeah.
heard
or
great things too.
how do you say it in Portuguese? Or Agente
Ooh.
Secreto, something
Yeah,
like that.
Segredo, yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Those ones, so good. Yeah.
Mhm. I always feel like with the foreign films, they're becoming more like there's more variety now
Yeah.
because now they're nominating them to Best Picture as well.
Mhm.
Like, I think it started with Parasite, and ever since then, it's like, oh, thank God, like people are actually watching more.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Ever
true.
since
Parasite
then.
was unavoidable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had to see it.
And ever since then, I feel like there is always that one foreign film that gets nominated for Best Foreign as well as Best
Yeah.
Picture, which I think is amazing.
And like people, I think that's why representation does matter, like merited representation, right? Like,
Mhm.
and I think that's a big sentiment of Parasite really opening, like myself included, to a
Mhm.
lot of people to want to watch more foreign films, like you said, right?
Yeah.
Not caring about the subtitles and, oh, I can't watch the movie,
Right?
but like
Yeah.
so, yeah, I think that was really a stepping stone of people watching um things other than just the big blockbusters, right?
Mhm.
There's so many good films around the world. Sentimental Value, I kind of like mentioned that whole, watching movies that remind you of your own life that are like so personal.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Sentimental Value is one of those
Yeah.
where like I could be any, I feel like Stellan sometimes in this movie.
Yeah.
I feel like, Renata at some points in my life as well recently. And so, yeah, that movie was so beautiful. I'm happy it won it. My pick was The Secret Agent. I thought that was outstanding.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I wanted Brazil to go back to back. And have you guys seen how
Oh.
crazy Brazil is for these awards? Like any post that I saw
Mhm.
for the Oscars when it came to The Secret Agent or like the international nominations, just like Brazilian people in the comments with the flags. I loved it. They're so
Yeah.
passionate.
Yeah, they really
Yeah.
got
It's
behind it.
amazing.
Yeah.
They have such an incredible film industry there.
Yeah.
It's so
Mhm.
underrated.
Yeah. Needs to bring more acknowledgement to it because there's various other countries that do the exact same thing. And
Yeah.
it's just like, like bring some acknowledgement. There's some good cinema outside, like you
Yeah.
said. So,
I'm trying to think about what else stood out from the Oscars. I think it sort of all went the way we thought for the most part, right?
Yeah.
I thought Marty Supreme might get acknowledged somewhere. It didn't. That
No.
was a bit of a shock to
Mhm.
me.
Mhm.
What would you want it to have won? Like
I
other
thought
than Jimmy?
casting.
We were thinking about,
Yeah.
we talked about that new category casting
Yeah.
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
how Marty Supreme took some regular people like
Mhm.
the fucking Trey Young looks like my dad's dick.
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, that
and made an actor of him.
Side talk.
Like
I
Dude.
saw
that is
That
so
was
impressive.
unreal.
He's
Yeah.
so good in it.
Yeah.
You know, you
Ah,
take these, and the Safdie brothers have always done this
Mhm.
extremely well, is get these performances out of people you'd never expect.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was a new category. I didn't know how they were going to judge the casting. So whatever. It went to one battle.
I loved her accepted speech.
Yeah.
To me, was the most real because it's kind of like there's two sides of filmmaking. There's the okay, you gotta be on camera, and then there's people like, oh no, we're behind the scenes. And
Yeah.
her attitude was like, oh yeah, I've heard like
Mm.
ADs talk the exact same way and stuff. I'm like, fuck
Mhm.
yeah, man. It's great. It's
I-
that raw honesty.
Yeah. And so like this was the first year for that award, right? The casting.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
It's brand new.
And like I don't know, and it's even like when I'm doing a movie review, right? Like when you guys are talking about a movie, and when I like see so many creators online that just kind of give these headlines, this movie was shit, this movie was ass, this movie was this, that. Like
Yeah.
there's so much that goes into making a movie. Again,
Yeah.
besides the people that you're seeing on the screen.
Mhm.
whether it's these casting directors, whether it's like prop guys, for example. I don't know
Yeah.
if you've seen this guy on Instagram. This guy in the States, he's a big prop guy, and he just shows like how different props are made. And it's just like, again, something
Mhm.
you don't think of that
Yeah.
goes into a movie. Like they're these huge, like living organisms that
Yeah.
take years
Mhm.
of work. And I don't know, like it's I like to see awards like casting being a thing. I think there's going to be a stunt award coming up in a couple years for stunt performances, which
Yeah.
is really really cool. Um,
More of that.
Because I think the
yeah,
stunt thing, the reason why that's been, like, kind of controversial is because the Academy has said this. I don't know if it would be true or not, but they're worried that people are just gonna turn into, like, Johnny Knoxville in
mm,
Jackass, like, "Hey, I'm Johnny Knoxville. I'm
Oh,
gonna
try to do your
kill
own
my"
yeah,
like, you gotta be careful in that
mhm,
regard, but I feel like honorary
yeah,
stunt performers
Yeah,
should definitely
on the
get it.
flip
mhm,
side of that, a lot of films need stuntmen. These
yeah,
people
Mhm.
are
yeah,
not getting recognized, right? And I think we need more of that because
Bring acknowledgement at
who
least.
needs recognition? Like who needs recognition more? It's the people behind the scenes.
Yeah.
mhm,
Michael B. Jordan, win or lose,
Mhm.
people have made their minds up about him. His stock has rose last year.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know, like people are already championing him. People are championing Timothy Chalamet
Yes.
already. But
Mhm.
like the people behind the scenes, I feel like deserve and appreciate that
yeah,
recognition because they're
Oh,
not going to
yeah.
get it from social media or
No.
outward sources, right? So
Mhm.
and
I think that's really important.
I think with the stunt award too, it allows another avenue for those bigger blockbuster movies that I've got like, you know, the Marvel movies, they're not getting nominated for these big
Oh,
awards, you know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
these big sci-fi ones. A lot of times they don't get nominated for a lot. They're not respected. It
Just
feels like, right?
VFX.
So yeah. Other than that, so it feels like it's another way to acknowledge the big blockbusters that people love to go see,
Mhm.
Mhm.
but get snubbed a lot from these big award shows. So um, also, another award, I don't know what you guys think about this. I thought a good new category would be for young actors. Like, I think there should be a
Mm.
separate category for young actors.
Mm.
Um, Particularly like in Hamnet this year, right? Like every single one of those kids in that family,
Yeah.
so good. Especially the boy who played Hamnet,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hamlet,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Um,
Right.
like I'm like he there should be an own its own category for young actors. I feel like because he is in deserving of recognition in one way or the other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
child
Yeah.
acting is a miracle
It is
sometimes.
kind of crazy though, because the Oscars have done it before where I think it was Tatum O'Neal won
Mhm.
when she was like 9 years old. So imagine a category of the Oscars, which is what it is, where you could be nominated as a 10-year-old next to 87-year-old Anthony Hopkins.
Right.
And it's just
That's
like,
yeah.
what? Wait a minute.
It just doesn't make sense,
It
right?
does,
The range.
and like, but like, why would it happen too, right? Like, what, like, that's why I think it should be its own category because I don't know. You look at, I feel like a lot of these awards too are becoming just like legacy awards, right?
Mm,
You
Absolutely.
yeah.
know, so I feel like it's like Amy Madigan. That kind of upset me. I feel like she was a pure
Mhm.
legacy award
For best supporting
for best
actress, yeah.
supporting actress.
Yeah.
So you know, and it felt obvious. I don't know. To me, it felt obvious that like she was gonna win it, especially with
Mhm.
like Conan's entrance. You know,
Oh,
him
I
being
know.
Right, in his
Yeah.
him
opening
being her
monologue,
character. I'm
yeah.
like, she's obviously gonna win this. He's
Right.
not gonna do this whole thing for him being her for 10 minutes of an intro to the awards, and then she doesn't win it.
Yeah, yeah.
So I feel like I don't know for an actor or a young actress like going against titans in the industry that haven't won it for decades of their career. What chances do these young actors have against these actors,
Yeah,
right? So
another great example, I always think of, I think the '93 Oscars where it's like Pacino wins for, what was it, Scent of a Woman?
Yeah.
Denzel was Malcolm X in that.
wow.
Like, dude,
Yeah.
but you know why Pacino got that Oscar because he
Yeah.
didn't win
Yeah.
for any of the other performances.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Not 'cause Scent of a Woman is his best performance,
No.
but eventually
You have to.
give it to
Yeah,
him.
you gotta do it right.
Yeah.
And then people get snubbed on the way because they're trying to make up for stuff. And it's just it's a cycle of like
Mhm.
it's just a bad chain. I don't like
I
I think they
agree.
gotta break that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough because it's like kind of like thinking about sports. It's like get into this conversation of you know are we rewarding? Can you reward an MVP season for body of work, right? Like for
Mm,
example, um, I don't know, like Jokic has won it like a few times in a row,
Yeah.
right? At one point, he won it like twice in a row before Shea got it. So if you're a voter, can you say, and is it okay to say like, I don't think he deserves it 3 times in a row. He might have had a better statistical year on all fronts
But we should
than
give
this
it,
guy.
yeah.
But
oh,
should he get it 3 times in a row? Why this guy also had an unreal season,
And
type of
hasn't been
thing, right?
recognized yet. Yeah.
Yeah, should that be a factor in this? So I I don't know. Like voting's hard. I wouldn't want to be a voter.
Yeah, it's
It's
hard.
hard,
We don't
you
have the
know.
answers, but I
Yeah,
think we're posing great questions.
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
for sure. It's just like Sean Penn having 3 Oscars, man.
yeah.
Like, I just
Yeah, the Sean Penn category or the Sean
that
Penn
surprised
supporting.
me. Like, he gives a great performance in One Battle, not to say
Yeah,
he didn't, but it's just like, man, he's really up there with, like, Meryl Streep and Nicholson. Like,
yeah.
I just
I thought that was
huh.
gonna go to Jacob Elordi.
Mhm.
I think it
Interesting.
deserved to go to Jacob Elordi, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, he played the
He had
monster.
the most screen time of any supporting actor in the category, I think,
Yeah,
right?
he did a great
So
job, and I think in that movie in particular, Jacob Elordi's the monster's character. If that doesn't work, the movie doesn't work.
Mm.
exactly.
And I can't really say that about Sean. I mean, Sean Penn was this great comedic relief of One Battle.
But we talked about other actors pulling it off just as well.
Exactly, but
Yeah.
there's other, there's it was a stack category.
You feel like because with Jacob, it's more of kind of like a physical acting performance.
Mhm.
It's tough to kind of gauge how effective he was.
Yeah,
know?
because it's like
Yeah.
the makeup. It's a harder
Yeah,
thing to gauge.
I
But I
think.
just think he was more important to his movie being good.
Yeah,
Maybe along those lines, I do agree. But also, like, they're looking at Sean Penn probably and being like, well, he was really good in that.
Yeah.
We'll give him a 3rd Oscar for supporting.
This is the
He didn't
thing.
even show
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, I know. He didn't
This
even show up.
guy. No show.
apparently he didn't show up to any of like the awards he got this
No.
season. Like he didn't show up. Yeah.
No. I know.
Well, hopefully he's working on something big.
That's
he's
I don't know.
top secret.
No, he's smoking cigarettes in his
No,
basement.
Sean
bro.
Penn, yeah. He's
Sean Penn is a lunatic.
yeah,
I love him.
exactly. Good old method acting. What other wins? Like, I really liked Conan hosting this year as well. I think he did better
He's
than
awesome.
last.
Yeah, we should
Yeah.
give Conan his flowers.
Yeah, he's so good.
He's awesome.
Because he handled a lot of those like fucked up situations, like technically speaking, the fucked up situations pretty well.
Yeah.
I don't know. The energy that he brings is just so refreshing, and he's able to segue a lot of these pretty well.
Yeah.
He's one of the greats. I
Mhm.
think he's one of the he's always been one of the greats. If you're talking late night, if you're
Yeah.
talking writing,
Mhm.
he really understands it and never seems out of touch, no matter how old he gets.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I just realized they're gonna put the Oscars on YouTube in like
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
huge.
coming soon,
huge.
right?
Yeah.
yeah, in like the next 2 years.
Surprised it didn't go to Netflix, man.
I know.
They're-
Netflix is getting everything. Well, not,
Putting the
not
money.
everything, but they are getting
Oscars
everything.
on YouTube. That's
2029, I think, or 28.
very
28,
interesting.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Another standout for me. I mean, Ludwig Göransson. He is
Oh,
cementing
3
himself
Oscars,
as like
man.
the best like modern composer, film composer right
Yeah,
now.
absolutely.
Mhm.
He is so good. That's his third
3rd
one,
Oscar,
right? For
Yeah.
Oppenheimer. He won for Black Panther
He
as well, I
did.
believe. This is the third one.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer, I think, is still one of my like top albums.
It's so good.
I
No,
love
what
that.
a score.
It's
Like,
so good.
I'm a big score guy.
Yeah.
Like I will listen to film scores for days and weeks after a movie if I really
Yeah.
like it.
Me
Again,
too.
Oppenheimer is still to this day that's on
Mhm.
repeat for me. Really happy he won. But honestly, I thought um, it was a no-brainer for him to win for Sinners.
Yeah.
But I don't know if this is going to sound weird or not. I thought that One Battle had a more effective score. I thought it was really, really different.
Yes.
I
Yes.
thought
It's a controversial score. Some people don't like it at all.
I thought it was
because-
so different,
Yeah.
very, very eerie at times.
Yeah.
This weird offsetting piano that you hear kind of, especially through like the hill scene
Oh my
when
god.
they're going up and down there in the car
Mhm.
chase. Like I thought the score there was so effective. It really drives um, the film. I feel like at major parts of the
Yeah.
movie, it instills this tension. Again, makes you feel really unsettled at times.
Mhm.
I thought that like Sinners had better songs.
Yeah.
throughout it. I thought
Yeah.
each of these tracks
Mhm.
on the soundtrack were great songs, but I feel like when I look at a film score, I look at it a bit differently. Is how does how is what I'm hearing affecting the movie? How
Yeah.
is it contributing to what the actors are going through? And I feel like one battle did that a bit more effectively, in my
Yeah.
opinion. Whereas Sinners is just like banger song after banger
Yeah.
song after
Yeah.
great song, and of course that one major scene, I lied to you, should have won best song,
Oh, I
should have won best
Should have
song.
won best song.
It's
Yeah.
the
But
K-pop Demon Hunters, man.
yeah,
They knew. They knew.
Yeah.
But Sinners is also a more music-focused movie as well.
yeah,
Compared to
100%.
One Battle, I mean, they're literally playing.
Yeah.
So
and that's why I'm like it
yeah.
can't not win. Like, it
Yeah.
has to win.
Yeah, exactly. I think
Yeah.
there was a lot of that this Oscars where it's like, I'm not mad either way. It's like, you gave it to Timmy, I wouldn't be terribly mad. You gave it to Michael B, I'm not terribly mad.
Yeah.
You know, there was a lot of competition. So I wouldn't say
Mhm.
there's a crazy amount of massive upsets here.
Ludwig
Not
might go
really.
back to back too with the Odyssey.
Oh
might go
yeah,
back
we'll
to back.
see.
Oh,
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
the
true.
Odyssey's gonna be a
That
whole
I mean, that
other
looks like a film that's going to be driven by score,
Yeah.
Mhm.
massive visuals
For
and
sure.
score. It looks like a movie that there's going to be long sequences of no talking.
The
Yeah.
prologue sounded amazing.
Yeah.
It sounded so good.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think other than that, I'm happy F1 got some recognition.
Me
Was
too.
my
It got
top
the
pick, right?
sound. Yeah.
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 Makes
The
sense.
sound.
Yeah.
Love
Mhm.
F1. That was I always say that was Dad movie of the year.
Yeah. I mean, like
Mhm.
that's what you want in a summer blockbuster.
Yeah, exactly. It delivered.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's kind of wrapping up on the Oscars. Nothing
Yeah.
else really stood out in my opinion. Sort of went the way we expected. I want to get into Dune because I
Yeah,
know
third one.
that you're a massive Dune fan.
Mhm.
We just got the trailer for
Yeah.
Dune 3.
So excited.
It's a great trailer.
Yeah.
I really, really enjoyed it. And everybody seems to be super excited about
Mhm.
this third one, it being a conclusion
Yeah.
to the story they're telling. I know you've read the book, so you can really give us some insight.
Yeah. God, I'm so excited for Dune Part 3. I think it's out of all the movies coming out this year, I think that is the one I am looking forward to the most. And of course it's in December. So gotta wait a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, like before Dune Part 1, I had no idea about the books,
Mhm.
about this universe. And like I'm a big sci-fi guy. Like I love Star Wars. I've watched everything Star Wars. So I had no idea how I did not hear about Dune and the books
Mhm.
prior to Part 1. But I watched Part 1, was mesmerized by this movie.
Yeah.
And I just fell in love with this universe. And I'm like, who are these characters? Like, what is going on here?
Mhm.
And I started watching a few YouTube videos about like politics of Dune,
Mhm.
and then like I just started to dig more into it and read the first book,
Mhm.
finished the first book before Dune Part 2, and then me and some other friends in his book club, we ended up reading the rest of the books by Frank Herbert. He did 6 of them.
Yeah.
So finished those. I started to collect the other ones that his son and Brian Anderson have done as well. Haven't got into those ones yet. There's like some prequel ones and some couple of like continuation from Frank's last book.
Right.
So sorry to
yeah.
cut you off here, but the 6 books, where is that spanning across the movie
No.
timeline?
So yeah, Dune parts 1 and 2 are based off the first book.
Only the
Only
so
the
that's
first
only
book.
one book of material that they burned
Yeah.
for those
Yeah.
2 movies.
And I mean, and there's like a lot going on in that book. So I mean,
Right.
it does make sense. Cause like I don't know if do you guys see the like David Lynch's Dune?
I was
You
gonna
see it?
ask you
I
about
haven't
that
seen
one. What you thought of that one?
Is it it's
A
tough.
lot of people don't like
It's
it.
tough. No, like there's so much. Like I think
They crammed it.
David was really he was really hand tied by the studio.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess.
Yeah.
And a part of it, why it just didn't work, it was just so much going on in that first book. It's impossible to fit in to a 2-hour movie. It's impossible.
Right.
So yeah, definitely needed a part 1 and part 2 to cover the first book. And then for Dune Part 3, it's covering the second book. And I'm hoping it gets into a little bit of the third book as well, Children of Dune.
Oh.
But I think it'll be primarily about just Dune Messiah.
Dune
second
Messiah.
book,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't call it Dune Messiah though, because I just thought Dune Part 1 and 2. Dune is just Dune,
Yeah.
and then the next one would be Dune Messiah, adapting that.
Which is a great title.
But
Yeah.
Part 3, I'm
Right.
just like, people are gonna assume like, oh, they're gonna continue the first book still. It's like, no, the first book's done. Like they
Yeah.
covered all that.
Yeah, I think it's because you even see it in the branding, like they're saying it's the conclusion,
Right.
right? And I think I don't know, like Dune Messiah, I think as a title, I think would really, really be contrary to what we're gonna see from Paul in this movie.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I think it'll go against exactly what Denis is gonna try to convey in this. I don't know how kind of much we want to get into that, but
Mhm.
it's
Mhm.
the title Messiah. It is very contrary to the character that we see Paul become.
Mhm.
Right, like in these first two movies, he is kind of this kind of Luke Skywalker
Yeah.
esque
Yeah.
character. He is like this hero. Like we're all amped, right? Like he comes in and he defeats the bad guys that are the
Mhm.
oppressors of Arrakis. But we're getting a very very different Paul Atreides in this film. Like
Mhm.
it's not really a spoiler, I would say. He's
No,
not a
yeah.
good guy in this
No,
movie.
yeah.
Right.
And it'll be really interesting. So, I mean, calling it Messiah, I think would kind of go contrary to that.
Uh-huh.
Fair.
Yeah.
So this we're seeing like a bit of like an Anakin Skywalker arc.
More leaning.
Very, very similar characters. Yeah, I think he's definitely, yeah, that's a great comp. He's
Uh-huh.
definitely more of
Mhm.
a Anakin than a Luke for sure in these
Right.
first few books. Yeah.
And would you say the first two movies are a faithful adaptation? I want to get into like movie
Mhm.
book adaptations
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
Project Hail Mary is another big one that just came out.
Right.
And I always think it's a difficult thing to, please the fans of the book while offering something new in the movie. It's a hard thing to
Oh,
balance.
for sure.
Yeah. No, it's tough, man. Like I talked about this at length with some friends. Like what goes into making a faithful adaptation? Like what are non-negotiables, right? And I think that both Dune Parts 1 and 2 were really, really good adaptations. Dune Part 1 in particular. Dune Part 2, though, there were some changes
Uh-huh.
from the
Mhm.
book that I understood, but I think there were some things that had to be in there.
Yeah.
For example, I don't know if you remember this character, Thufir Hawat. Do you remember him in Dune Part 1? He was like this mentat. They're basically these like human computers. He was
Yeah.
the
He
guy that
wasn't in the second one.
he wasn't in the second
Yeah.
one.
Oh,
He
yeah.
wasn't, and Denis talked about that a little bit. It was just like a sacrifice he had to make type of
Okay.
thing,
I
right?
think we talked about that in
Uh,
our
I
review
loved his
about
character
on
in the
like
yeah,
first
where
one.
was he in the second one?
he
Yeah.
has a big part in like the second half of the book.
Mhm.
Um, in and you guys know Anya Taylor Joy's character. She
Yes.
plays
Yes.
Aaliyah, Paul's
Mhm.
sister. So her character is so interesting. And in Dune Part 2, we just see her like in Jessica's fetus, right? She kind
Right.
of becomes awakened while she's still in the womb.
Mhm.
Right.
So I mean, before I talk about that a little bit, what did you guys think about that? Like, did you guys get that? Did it confuse you? Like, I'm curious how you found her
I've
character in Dune
definitely
Part 2.
been confused by Dune lore because
Yeah, I'm more fascinated at how weird it gets.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like, to me, like, I'm not as big of a fan of Dune as you are, but to me, like, when people bring up, like, the worm kids and shit like that, I'm like, "Dude, fucking I wanna see this on a big IMAX screen right
yeah,
now." Like
Yeah.
yeah. So like with Aaliyah's character, like she actually, and you see this in David Lynch's Dune,
Mhm.
she like does become kind of like awakened in the womb, like it was in the second movie, but she gets born and she's kind of this like baby adult. Like mentally,
Mhm.
she has the memory and the consciousness of like thousands and thousands of these Bene Gesserits and women like in her lineage.
Mhm.
So she's like a fully conscious adult
Yeah.
as a baby and like in the womb. So it's
Mhm.
a really, really weird thing to
Yeah.
grasp.
Yeah.
And I did like how Denis did it, his interpretation of it, because
It's a hard thing
it's a
to
hard
show.
thing to put
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
screen,
Yeah.
especially if you look at David Lynch's, it's like literally you see like this little like 5-year-old girl, she's like talking and like she's
Yeah.
menacing. It's weird, right? So
Absolutely.
I don't know if general audiences would kind of understand what's going on. So I liked how he did it.
Mhm.
But actually in the book, Aaliyah kills the Baron, like the big guy, right?
Oh,
Skarsgård.
Mm.
She kills him. It's not Paul.
no.
So and that becomes such a central thing to her character. She actually becomes known as Saint Aaliyah of the Knife because she killed the Baron.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Um, and later in the books, she kind of becomes her killing the Baron becomes a central part of her character, and she kind of becomes possessed by this later on.
Mhm.
But obviously, he changes that in the book because it's Paul's story, and thematically as a as a movie, it makes sense that Paul is the one that kills him.
Mhm.
But that's something that doesn't happen in the books that I thought was like, this is so big for the book, but I get it from an
Yeah.
adaptation standpoint. Other than that, like you couldn't ask, I think, for a better adaptation. Um, and I'm just so excited for part three, guys. Like I'm
Hell
so
yeah.
excited. And again, like the third book, Children of Dune, gets so weird.
Yes.
So I'm interested to see how much they get
Oh,
into that.
I like
Mhm.
the weird
Right.
stuff. I think we
Same.
both
Yeah.
feel the same way about that. We
I don't
just
know if Denny's gonna be going past 3. I think he said
I
he's just
think,
doing the
yeah,
trilogy.
I
Yeah.
think it's done after that for him at least.
Yeah, yeah.
Dune Prophecy was really cool. I don't know if you guys saw that. The
Heard
show,
about that.
the
Yeah.
HBO show,
I needed
season
to,
one
yeah.
was sick, but like that was set like thousands and thousands of years before the
Right.
Dune film.
Mhm.
So I think that season two is coming out this year as well. So I would
Nice.
like to see them get into like the more weird stuff of Dune in shows. I think that would be really cool. Um, but yeah, like I fell in love with the books
Mhm.
after reading it, and it was tough for me watching Dune Part Two. And again, like anybody who's read books that become adaptations, whether it's Harry Potter, Project Hail
Yeah.
Mary, like you
Yeah.
said, it's like, can you go into this movie without being super critical?
Yeah.
Like it's tough, and like for me,
Mm.
that was the first experience I had where I read a book and I'm now going to watch the movie. So it's like first watch, I'm like, you're constantly analyzing things like, oh no, that's not supposed to happen. That's not supposed to.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see
That's
that.
the tough
You
Yeah.
part.
know,
Yeah.
so it's like you really have to like separate yourself to just go and enjoy this film for what it is.
Yeah.
So for me, I had a couple different watches. One was like the very analytical watch. The other one was just like, I'm just enjoying this for what it is.
Mhm.
Because ultimately that the movie is what made me fall in love with this whole franchise to begin with, right? So,
Mhm.
but I think there were really, really great adaptations, and you can see how much love Denis has for Dune and how much he wants to honor these books, honor Frank, and honor the themes that are woven into these again, like really, really brilliant novels.
Denis was the right guy to do it, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, because like as much as I love David Lynch, even without the studio interference, the way he talks about it is like how I would talk about it. It's like, I like the weird shit. It's
yeah,
so
yeah.
fucking cool and stuff. I'm like, yeah, but
Yeah.
maybe put a little bit more, of what Denny's been doing was more professional while also, staying true to the themes.
Yeah.
So
100%. What
Mhm.
else? What else is like on your radar for the rest of the year? I mean, you got to wait till December.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I gotta wait. And
what's exciting you in the meantime?
And well, sticking on that same day, like Doomsday, right? That's gonna be crazy with Avengers Doomsday and Dune on the same
Yeah.
day. So yeah, in terms of like the blockbusters, I think like most other people, Doomsday, Dune,
Mhm.
Spider-Man, can't wait for that.
Love the
Yeah.
trailer. I'm
The
very
Odyssey,
optimistic.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, the Odyssey, obviously.
Mhm.
A couple other ones though. You guys heard of the Backrooms? Have you seen
Yeah.
what's going
Of
on with this
course. The
movie?
A24.
Is that the
Backrooms.
A24
Yeah.
directed by like
Yeah.
a 16-year-old kid or something
Yes.
like
Yeah,
that?
he's
Dang.
I think he's
It's
like what,
crazy.
19 or
That's
20 now.
yeah, yeah.
Parsons.
Yeah.
But yeah, like when it first kind of like got into develop, he's a freaking teenager, which is nuts. That I started looking into a little bit. I am really excited for that because
Mhm.
like typical A24 like weird creepy trailer. Just
Yeah.
like what the hell did I just watch?
Yeah.
They just
Um,
filmed one shot.
yeah, and like looks really crazy. The cast is nuts. I think
Yeah.
Chiwetel Ejiofor is in it. Renata Reinsve is in it as well. She's
Mhm.
just on a heater.
Yeah.
Um, and then like I'm looking at the story, I'm like, because I never heard of this Kane Parsons guy before.
Mhm.
And like this whole thing was inspired by like this 4chan
Yeah.
thread.
It's the
Mhm.
the lore of Backrooms is so
Yeah,
weird.
it's so weird. And it was like, yeah, somebody just goes and like puts this picture of like this kind of weird yellow tinged musty office space with like, just all these walls
Yeah. It's like this
and
nondescript kind
yeah.
of room.
And
Yeah,
this
yeah.
random anonymous 4chan user kind of writes like this description for this and is like kind of being trapped in this place and you don't know where you're going. And then from there, it just like people started making YouTube videos about it. Like
Mhm.
games were made about it.
Yeah.
Ken
Yep.
Parsons does this whole series, and now we're getting a feature film about it.
Yeah.
And that
It's
one is I'm really looking forward.
it's one of the most unusual like where the source material for the
Yeah.
movie comes from.
Yeah, because I remember reading about it. I found out about the Backrooms a little differently. I got it from memes.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
like
Which
it's like
also
I don't
was
know, a
memed.
picture of SpongeBob scared and it's
Yeah.
like in a back room and stuff like that. I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And then I looked more into, oh, this is like legit,
I mean, I'm a huge fan of just the new wave of horror. I think we're
Yeah.
getting a lot of new exciting stuff. You
Mhm.
like it or you hate it.
Yeah.
It's controversial stuff like, Long Legs, people love and hate
Yeah.
it, and these kinds of movies we've talked about it a lot. I just saw Undertone last night. I really loved it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Shout out, yeah, Ian, a Canadian.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Canadian
right?
Shout out from
film,
Toronto, I believe from Toronto. Yeah.
Yeah, Toronto.
Yeah.
which is awesome. We're having a Canadian film moment with Nirvana the band
Yeah.
Mhm.
and
We're on a wave,
Undertone.
guys. Toronto's
We're
on a wave.
we're on a wave, and I hope it
Doing
it
good.
continues upward. But I'm excited about the horror that's coming out too,
Yeah.
and A24 is really leading that.
Like, going back to the Backrooms, though, I think the Backrooms is really cool because it's like we're seeing so many films being adapted from games,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Whether it's like Super Mario's or like
Yeah.
kind of have like this Hasbro universe now that's like that's
Oh
starting. You got
god.
like the He-Man movie this year
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So you're seeing like all these game movies come out. But also with the Backrooms, it's like the YouTubers and like content creators are going into the to feature films now. Like you saw with Markiplier. I didn't end up
Yeah.
Iron
seeing
Lung.
Iron Lung yet, but him and
Chris Stuckman,
Chris
Shelby Oaks.
Stuckman,
Shelby
Yeah.
right? Like
Oaks.
YouTubers and content creators becoming directors and like
Yeah.
these studios seeing the potential and seeing the audience that they have. That's something really, really cool to see happen.
Mhm.
And I'm like really, really interested to see where the evolution of that goes. And like young directors, young creators being given a chance on the big stage is really, really cool. Um, there's another movie I'm looking forward to as well. Um, the what's it called? Boots Riley.
Oh my
Uh,
god, yeah. I saw the trailer for that one.
I'm
It was,
blanking on the name.
I haven't
I'm
seen it.
blanking on
oh
the
my
name.
gosh. Got a great cast and stuff. He's the guy who directed,
Sorry to bother you.
Sorry to Bother
Yeah.
You, and then this is his second feature that he's doing.
Yeah, yeah.
Crap. I saw the trailer though.
You know which one I'm talking
yeah,
about.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
Blanking
Oh,
on
I Love Boosters? Is that
I Love
that's the new
Boosters.
one?
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
did see that in
that one looks really, really cool.
Mhm.
Like the premise is really interesting. It's like they're kind of like these modern day Robin Hood characters. And
Yeah.
they go and like steal from these like rich department stores and like sell them for cheaper.
Yeah.
Visually, it just looks so awesome.
Yeah, it looks like it's
Yeah.
just oozing
Yeah.
style, which
Yeah.
which I always love.
The look of it, the cast, like I just
Stacked.
it's refreshing to get like a cast like with this much energy
Yeah.
in a movie like this. So
And like all like the I mean Kiki Palmer, she's just so good.
oh, she's amazing.
She's
in
She's
awesome.
everything.
awesome.
Yeah.
I'm glad she's getting her flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like
Mhm.
you see some of the actors in this movie from the trailer, like Will Poulter has this really, really
Yeah.
crazy role. Like he's like this green got like the green dyed hair, the
Something
green
out of
suit.
Cat in the Hat with Mike Myers.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love it.
So crazy. What's her name from the
Demi Moore's in
Demi
it.
Moore?
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
got this crazy character in it.
Yeah,
So that one
yeah.
looks really, really cool. It's huge. There's so much going on this year, guys. Like
Mhm.
we're gonna have a lot to talk about.
Yeah,
No,
for
for
real.
sure.
Yeah.
We're
What about you guys?
excited.
What
Yeah,
are we looking forward
absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, I wanna end off with a segment
Oh,
about your letterboxd.
Oh, okay.
gotta bring this
Interesting.
up.
We're gonna get a little
We're gonna
controversial.
get
We might.
exposed here.
I think I'm gonna put you on the
It's
stand.
gonna get exposed here. Okay.
What I'm gonna do is I'm
Uh-oh.
gonna put you on the stand
All right.
and make you defend a couple of your movie takes. Okay?
Okay. I don't write reviews for like each one of them.
No,
But,
it
like,
mostly
yeah.
stars.
Yeah,
ratings.
mostly.
Yeah.
Mostly. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm gonna start with A Clockwork Orange.
Oh, yeah.
You give A Clockwork Orange 2 stars.
Yeah.
That's a
Damn.
4 out of 10, folks.
Damn.
Yeah.
For Stanley Kubrick's A Clockwork Orange.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I was just
Speak on that.
defending- Yeah, okay. Listen, 'cause I
Comment,
think-
if you will.
It was like
Speak on that.
I think it was like 2 years ago, I think.
Mhm.
Like Cineplex did this whole run of like Kubrick films.
Yeah.
I think I watched like I think there was only 2 I didn't watch.
Mhm.
Like I didn't watch Lolita and I watched like most of his.
Yeah.
And I didn't get the hype. I didn't get the
Mm.
hype. It was like I don't know. There was this weird thing that just really unsettling to me. It was like putting in this weird, like putting in violence just to shock the audience. I felt
Mm.
that's was I think the main issue for me.
Mm-hmm.
It just felt like unnecessary violence, unnecessary sexual assault,
Mhm.
just to put it in there and just to be provoking. Granted, I didn't read the book,
Mhm.
but I think to me that's my main gripe with it. And like it's maybe I didn't get it. I didn't get. I'm like, what? I didn't get the rave. I didn't get the hype about it. But I think to me, it comes down to again, like it just felt like we're putting in all this aggression and sexual assault
Uh-huh.
and
Mhm.
violence just to be provoking. That was my main takeaway from it.
Mm. I can kind of see that, especially for the first half of the movie. It's like an
Mm,
American Psycho situation where people look at the first half of Clockwork and be like, "Oh, these guys are so cool. Look at them and stuff." And it's like, you watch the rest of the movie
mm,
Yeah.
because the main character, played by Malcolm McDowell, a terrific performance, but his character is like going through all of this shit because of how fucked up he was at the beginning.
mm,
Right.
And the use of music, I think Stanley even said like instead of using a lot of techno, he wanted to use more orchestra, more to kind of contrast with how fucked up a lot of this is, and to show the character and how he goes through it all.
mm.
The infamous shot of his eyes and stuff. He's
Yeah,
getting his own fucking medicine
that
type
was
shit.
Yeah.
disgusting. Oh my god,
Oh
it
yeah.
was like that was yeah, that was a
Hard to
standout.
watch.
Hard to
I can
watch for sure.
understand. Yeah.
A lot of that film is a hard watch.
Absolutely.
It's not one you wanna just throw on while you're watching dinner or
Yeah,
something. It's
Oh.
like there's a time and a place to watch Clockwork
yeah.
Orange, but,
I
I can see where you're coming from.
I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
get it. Like I didn't like I don't know what do you take away from that movie? Like what do you in terms of, I don't know, like this societal critique of what? Like what was so prophetic to you guys about this?
I think desensitization of violence and
Mm,
how, a character that thinks he can do whatever he wants and even manipulate the people that he was friends with and stuff and get away with it
mm,
showcases that no, this is what it is. Here's a taste of your own medicine. You
mm,
want to act this way, yada yada. That's how I viewed it
Yeah,
at
I
least.
think for me, it's not nothing like huge thematically I took away from it. It
Mhm.
was more just like what a ride I got
mm.
taken on,
That too.
in this piece of shit person in
Yeah.
Yeah.
this grimy world.
Because the
And
dystopian aspects too, I feel like don't get brought up enough. I feel like you can tell, like, oh, something's off with
yeah,
this place.
Mm.
It's not like Mad Max dystopian. It's like
it's
worse.
unsettling. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. It didn't connect with me. And again, I
fair.
think
Mhm.
it was like shock just to things in there just to shock people. That was my main takeaway from it.
And you also saw
Um,
2001.
Mhm.
yeah,
I mean, you gave it a 7 out of 10, which is a good rating.
yeah.
Mhm.
But like, what was your thoughts on Space Odyssey, which a lot of people say is like one of the most best important films.
Yeah, I mean, I
Mhm.
think like it's probably the quintessential sci-fi movie,
Uh huh.
right? I don't think
Mhm.
that's debatable. I mean, it's an outstanding watch. I watched it. That was the first time I saw it in theaters,
Right.
That's awesome that you
and
got to see these Kubrick
yeah,
films for the first time
it's
in a
so good.
theater.
Mhm. Yeah.
And like, it's just again like transports you to a different place.
Yeah,
It was mesmerizing. That intro scene, one of the most iconic
Oh
scenes
yeah.
in film
of
history,
course.
Mhm.
I think. And I don't know, it gets just really retrospective about life. I know that sounds very, very broad, but also like just from a technical standpoint, what he was able to do at that time period.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think like that is just the standout for that movie. And then you get to that ending scene with the big baby, and it just makes you think about again like it's a thought provoking film. It's one
Mhm.
that causes conversation.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
one
yeah.
that you can talk about for days and weeks and years after you watch it.
It still feels
Um,
relevant. Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
but it's just like I think just it's a spectacle of a watch, and I'm just a big sci-fi guy,
Yeah.
and just like little things to like just like little noises and like alerts and I mean like AI. We're living in a world of AI where
Oh
like we're
yeah.
fearful of it taking over.
Yeah.
That's an early movie talking about like the threat of like machines that think for themselves,
Mhm.
right? Which is I think a really really cool thing, um, an important thing to think about right now. Also, another big central theme to the Dune books as well.
Mhm.
Um, d- uh, like thinking machines and because in Dune they actually go and exterminate machines during
Mhm.
this jihad against machines. It's called the Balerian Jihad, and they kind of make this pact in their this new Bible
Mhm.
of like, "Thou shalt not make a machine in the likeness of a human mind."
Mm.
And again, very, very relevant to what's happening now. And I think 2001 was cool to explore that at
Mhm.
such a again. When was that movie made again? 1960
68.
something. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought it was really, really cool to explore early on and like very, very relevant to
Still
today.
relevant.
Oh
Yeah.
Very,
yeah.
very relevant. So yeah, that relationship was really cool. and again, just like a visual spectacle. But I think out of all the Kubrick movies that I've watched, Paths of Glory was my favorite.
Oh, hell
I
yeah.
think that was like his second, I
Second or
think.
third, yeah,
That's
Yeah,
one I still
film.
haven't seen
It's
actually.
oh,
I
and
gotta see
that
it.
one was, yeah, it was like set World War One,
Mhm,
and it's like capturing this French battalion.
mhm.
That one I think is my favorite Stanley Kubrick movie.
Hell yeah.
So good.
That was a
Right.
really good one.
All right, here's another review.
Ooh.
I need some more context on,
Yeah.
okay?
Putting me on the spot.
Right? This is a good
It's
one.
okay. It's good. It's good.
Bradley Cooper's Maestro.
Oh yeah, I love
5
Maestro.
stars
from
Yes,
Jermaine.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yes. You guys didn't like it?
Go into it.
We liked it.
We liked it. Yeah, we
Not
liked it.
5 stars
We
like it,
reviewed
but-
that one
You
on
know,
the pod.
yeah.
We reviewed that one on the pod. We liked it. I think Bradley Cooper extremely talented, and the
Yeah.
fact that he was able to direct and give a performance like that
Yeah.
Mhm.
is very, very impressive. But what makes that a 5-star film for you?
So again, got to see that at TIFF in the theaters, not on Netflix, online.
Mhm.
I love music. I'm a big music score guy.
Yeah.
So I thought musically it was great. It was great just to listen to and be immersed in. I thought Bradley's performance was unreal. And I have a big gripe, like people calling that movie like an Oscar bait movie.
I heard
Like
of
his
that.
performance was like Oscar bait, and he was like overly emotional and overly dramatic. I'm like, what are we talking about? Like, it's a movie.
Mhm.
This is what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
I thought his performance was outstanding. Getting into the life of Bernstein and like the dynamic between him and his wife, Carrie Mulligan.
Mhm.
I think all the acting performances were outstanding,
Yes.
especially Carrie. But like learning about this guy that I never heard of, and like I was able to like empathize with this guy and care for his story and care for what he was going through. And I think that's really difficult, to do for someone that mass audiences, you know, probably never heard of this guy.
Yeah,
Never
that's
heard of,
true.
hadn't heard of Leonard Bernstein
Right.
before. I
Yeah.
had no idea about this guy, right? But for me to get sucked into this guy's story and to feel for him, I thought like that's not easy to do. And so fell in love with that. I think all the acting performances were great. That one scene in particular, when he's doing that very again overly dramatic acting, but if you look at the clips, like that's him. That
Yeah.
was him. He got it spot on.
Yeah.
I thought that scene in particular,
The camera
was
work in that
crazy.
scene, I remember just
Yeah.
being
Mhm.
incredible.
Really good.
Yeah, and it's just again watching it in the theaters. I was lost. I was like literally just like so immersed in it. I remember myself getting quite emotional through it as well.
Mhm.
And I think for me, like on Letterbox, when I'm trying like when I what makes a 5-star film, like the
Yeah.
emotional aspect is a big part of it.
Oh,
Like
for
I really
sure.
have to feel it.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're talking about it has to have stellar performances. Like the writing's got to be great. It's got to have a good story. Visually, it has to be great. Has to have a great score. But to me, like what bumps like a 4.5 to a 5 is like I have to feel
Yeah.
The emotions.
the emotion. I have to
Yeah.
feel what's going on, and I felt it. And Bradley, I think he was great for him to direct and act, and he's doing that on multiple occasions now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this thing on?
I love that one.
So good,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, no, Maestro was a favorite of mine, and I hate that people kind of grouped it or classified it as this like Oscar bait type of movie.
Yeah.
They do that all the time with
I-
certain
yeah.
movies.
I remember we talked about that on the pod, and I think we were both defending Bradley. And like, what else is brother supposed to do but take this seriously and put his heart into it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I know people were like, oh, because he was talking about how he like, he felt like he really got to know Leonard on a personal level, and he
Mhm.
felt like he was talking to Leonard, and people were like, oh, this guy's trying to act like he's like,
Yeah.
I think as the years go on, like, no disrespect, but I think Bradley's a better director than actor now. Because I loved Is This Thing On?
Mhm.
Thought Will Arnett and Laura Dern did great
Yeah.
performances.
Yeah.
But Bradley's part in the movie is kind of like showcasing him being like, yeah, I'm in it, but like, I want to direct movies.
Yeah, it's true. I don't
Mhm.
think Bradley's passion is in acting. I think if he puts everything into a role like he did with Maestro,
Mhm.
he can absolutely crush it, whether he's
sure.
directing or not.
Mm.
But he seems to be like just in love with film, right?
Just behind the camera, which I get.
I want to see him. I want to see him continue to direct, and I'll continue
Same.
to go see his stuff.
Mhm.
And also kind of I don't know, there's parallels for me to Tar as well, and just kind of like
Oh,
a few movies of the past few years of being like this kind of uh, chronicling composers and orchestra. Tar was so good. Kate Blanchett snubbed. I just had to get that in
Nope.
on the on
Fair
the
enough.
pod. Had to get that in there. Kate Blanchett was snubbed
Mhm.
Yeah.
for that award,
Yep.
and Tar was just so good. Again, like I love film scores, and to kind of see again like an ensemble being a main part of a movie was really cool. I loved again big reasons why I really loved Tar and loved Maestro. But like Tar is so much deeper. It gets into this whole like psychological space with Kate Blanchett, and it kind of explores these like power dynamics that exist
Is
in
that a 5-star
workplaces.
movie for
And
you too?
I don't know
Up
if I
there?
give it a 5. I don't know. It was probably is between at least a 4, 4, four
Uh-huh.
and a half.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, but Maestro, I loved it.
Tell
It's
the
not
people where they
Maestro
can
hate.
tell the people where they can find you on Letterboxd. What's your username?
Yeah.
I think my letterbox is Germinator. I think.
Yeah.
I think my letterbox
Hell
is
yeah.
Germinator.
Yeah.
From Jermaine's Brain on TikTok and Instagram. But letterbox is Germinator. Yeah.
Jermaine, it's been a pleasure having you on the pod, man. Really appreciate you coming through and excited to see more film content from you.
Appreciate it, guys. Thanks for having me on. It's a big year for film. I'm
Oh, yeah.
so excited.
I'm sure we'll have you back on maybe later
Yeah,
this year.
man.
Now that I know you're the Dune guy, like I'm gonna lean on you for because we're not the biggest
Yeah.
Dune
Yeah.
We could
fans.
do like a whole episode just
So,
on Dune.
We'll probably have you
You
back
know?
in December, bro.
I'm down.
We'll have you back in December
Yeah,
for sure.
man. No, it's
Yeah.
it's gonna be awesome. I can't wait. Great year for film. Go watch film, man. Go to the theaters.
Go to the movies, guys.
Mhm.
Thanks for coming on, Jermaine.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
Oh, I gotta do like my proper outro. Sorry.
I was wondering. I was just like, I'm so sorry if I looked at you like.
Okay. That being said, guys, like, comment, subscribe to your boys, and we'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Brush your hair.
Peace.